Just gonna wait for a few people to come on before we do actually get started. Good evening, Scott. Thank you for tuning in. So, how is everybody doing? So, I thought I'd come on and share some newbies, because why not? Good evening, Scott. How are you doing? I'm so glad to be here. How is everyone feeling? I think quite a lot of emotions going around at the minute. What with the elections across the pond and obviously the looming lockdown. So it's like, oh my gosh, we are back here again. And you know what? I think a lot of us spent time hoping, wishing it won't come to this, but obviously we are here now. So what to do? Good evening, Scott. How are you? You are very well. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Scott. Scott, I'm very curious. In this time for the lockdown, will you still have to work, or will you be one of the people that have to follow? Good evening, Karen. I'm laughing at your comment. I've got my disco pants on. I've had to turn down the light just in case they start shivering in your face. It's lovely to see you, Karen. Good evening. So, yeah, so here we are. So, I'm going to give it another minute or so before we actually do get started. So, Karen, I know we've spoken. How's been your day? So, I know what's going on. Ah, oh, Scott. Wow. So obviously, I don't know what's going to be the changes for you. The fact that you can't get out much, I suppose. And yeah. So my husband is going to be home now. He's been fellowed, so he will be home. I've been trying to convince him to come on, but he says he's not a camera person. He's a bit shy. So so I hope that one day we will make it happen. So fingers crossed. It would be nice, but he's like, no, you're the fun person. Da 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 da. So anyway, Previous, good evening. How are you doing this evening? So lovely to see you here. So a few things to get through, and this is I don't know, I think you've all seen there's been a new collection from Sarah Baker, and this is being called the S Baker collection. So we've got that S Baker collection. Collage, it's lovely to see you here. Good evening. And so the collection is coming with 5 fragrances. So there's 5 fragrances in the collection. I think you've seen, I think everyone here has seen them. I think everyone has seen them. So from the collection, we've got Symmetry. And this one was created, I believe, Sarah Baker created this one herself. And I know she created as well Flame and Fortune. Flame and Fortune, it's so hard to show samples. Where is the camera? Right. Flame and Fortune. And as well, we've got Far From the Madding Crowd. We've seen this one. And this one, obviously, is none other than Miguel Matos. That's the nose. And we've got G. Cliff as well. And we've got Pascal. So one of these was created by... I actually did put a post on this one. Ashley Eden Kessler and as well Sarah McCartney. She created one of them. No, yeah. So that out of the way, I've just seen... I'm going to be catching up on the comments as well as I go along. Hey, Dick, good evening. Ake Forever, good evening, everybody. So thank you so much for being here. And I was just talking about the new Sarah Baker collection. So other than the samples, I've got a bottle, and this was sent to me, and no expectation of a review or anything, so it was really my choice to speak about it. And this is a creation by Miguel Matos, so Far from the Madding Crowd, and this is based on a book. So some of you may have even read the book. I'll be honest, I've not read the book, so yes. Right. Other than that, the other newbie we will be going through will be, I got a new one, and this is from Avenoir Perfumery. So if you remember, we had a chat. I spoke to the brand owner and we spoke about her collection, and she's got 4 fragrances in the collection. And obviously, this one, I think, if you remember, when I introduced the house, this one was my absolute favorite. So I thought I'll start off with this one. So this is Prerogative from Avenoir Perfumery. I've just seen Joshua Rodriguez. Thank you so much, Joshua, for being here. Good evening. So, yes. So, has anyone sampled these? Because I know that, Karen, you've got a sample of, I think you did have a sample of the Avenoir Perfumery. That's their tester kit. And like I said, there's 4 fragrances in the collection. So, yeah. Prerogative is beautiful. I totally agree. Prerogative Scott is really beautiful. So how does this smell like? I will be doing full reviews of this at some point, because if I'm being honest, I'm rather behind, as I have so many bottles I need to review and I just haven't got to it just as yet. So fingers crossed, at some point I'll get through to it. And with that said as well, I'm gonna show you this. So as well, bear with. So I didn't mean to speak in your face like that. How rude of me. Right. Other than that as well, I've been sampling, and this is from Amanda Bedell. So she's on Instagram and she does pop into the chat sometimes as well. So I'm sure you are all familiar with this one. And this is Chenoa. And you know what? As well, I have Hebrew. I've posted about these as well. So Hebrew. And this one, look at the color of the juice. This one was like, literally, I looked at the color and I thought, this color is calling me. There's something about the darker juice where you even have an idea like, how is this gonna smell? And you know what? It did not disappoint. This is one of my favorite from our collection. And I had samples. She did send me the samples, and also my friend Perfume Des over on Instagram. She's on here as well. She was very kind to send me other samples as well. And then somebody else again sent me samples. You know, it went from, oh, I would love to try this, to, oh my gosh, I have so many samples now from the same people kept sending them to me. So that's quite nice. So I will do a review of this, and I will be sampling, and I will obviously, because obviously I'm not going to wear them, ideally I would like to get full bottles, then I can pass them on to someone. That said, I wanted to say I'm thinking about a massive giveaway for when I get to 3K on Instagram. And this is going to be quite epic, I think, because I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, including a collection of Dior samples, a collection of Chanel samples, a collection of Penhaligon samples, Fragrance du Bois. I've got some Jovoy, and what other house? I think it was Zedjoff as well. So that is coming up. I just thought I'd give you a heads up, seeing as you are here. I'm yet to do a post because there's quite a bunch of them I need to put into groups and work out what's going to happen. And yes, so yummy color. It is a yummy color, isn't it? Gorgeous. Previous. Yes, it's lovely to have Previous with us. Right, so let's get sampling. Where shall we start? Karen, I've seen you say you still need to get into the Avenoir. Yes, Karen, it's all of us. I wouldn't worry too much about it. The important thing is we are doing our best. At least we are trying. We will get there at some point. So, well, yes. So, where shall we get started? Which one would you like? Is the perfume amber? Well, and I'm guessing you are referring to Hebrew. Hang on a minute. Oh, this is. I don't even have the card for that one. So Hebrew is quite. I'm gonna spray it just to refresh my nose, if that's all right. So I've got a sample of that one. I've still got another full sample that just came. And believe it or not, this is like a what? A third sample I'm going through, which is quite annoying because I'm like, I need to sample so that I can do a review, and then I sample and then I don't write anything down, and then I'm like, I have to sample it again and then start again. So yes. This is it's a quite a heavy fragrance. Yes, it is a bit ambery, a bit musky as well. This is nice. Bear with me a sec. I'm just gonna try and look for, because I know I had a card that comes with it which has got notes on it. Why do I have everything else, not just the one I need? That is a bit annoying. That is annoying and unprofessional. I should have been a bit more prepared, but then I wasn't really. Never mind. Let's look it up quite quickly. So yeah, but this is gorgeous. This is really nice. It's quite rich as well. I will tell you what this fragrance. It's definitely a winter fragrance. If you love heavy, I'm trying to think. And by the way, this is a natural fragrance as well. So it's it's gorgeous. It's if you've tried, I don't know, Ike, have you tried the line Nike from um, Lucy, La Maison Hedonique natural range that she's done, the natural perfumes Nike? And there's one of them that smells, they are not the same fragrance, but they are in the same vein and the same, like with the Avenoir Perfumery. I think this is to do with the natural ingredients used, but it's a lovely fragrance. Bear with me because I was going to write review for this one. I did start. Anyway, never mind. Right. So it does sound lovely. I've just seen a new person come in the house. Deborah, they're the fragrance enabler. Yes, come and enable us. Good evening. It's so lovely to have you here. Yes, Daliso, it does sound lovely. It's a lovely fragrance, isn't it? It is a lovely fragrance. I'm not sure if I sent you a sample. Do you know what? Are you guys okay to just give me a second, just so that I can look for a card or something that came with that fragrance? Because I think it would be nice for you to see that as well, because it comes with like a painting. I'm so disorganized. Oh, this can't be happening. Honestly, I swear I'm more organized than this. I probably left it downstairs, and this is kicking myself now, because ideally I would love to have had it here where I could show you, but I can't even ask anyone to bring anything for me because nobody's anywhere about. So anyway, right. I am gonna look it up because it's gonna bother me otherwise. So bear with me a second. Right. Sarah is in the house. Hi, Sarah. It's lovely you're here. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying hi to one. You can stop listening and go to play cards. Oh, bless Claire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by, Claire. Appreciate it. Enjoy the card game. Hi, Sarah. It's lovely to have you here. Sarah, I'm so going to be so cheeky, but was there any chance you could come on camera? If possible, that would be amazing because we are talking about. You can't find. Yes, we are talking about the new SB collection. SB, I'm saying it short for Sarah Baker. So, um, right. Sarah, if you're still in the house, are you okay to come on? I can send you the link if that's okay. Oh, please say yes. Right. Right, okay. So I've gone back to Hebrew. I'm just looking on their website, and it says, obviously, Hebrew is a bright orange amber and is a party perfume inspired by nights in the city, somewhere still hot at midnight. Yes, please, if I may, Sarah, is that all right? Okay, I'm gonna try and okay, so I'm gonna do that. Add the person. Um, Bear with me a minute, everyone. I'm on it, Sarah. Bear with me, and thank you so much. So hang on, everyone. Yes, it's got Amber. So Sarah, I'm on it. Bear with. Come on. All right. Please tell me when if you've got it, Sarah. Tell me if you've got it. Right. So I've sent the link and we're gonna wait, and if Sarah could join us, that would be awesome because then she can even talk us through the collection. Wouldn't that be brilliant? So right. So we were talking about I've sent the link, Sarah. I don't know if you've got it. Anyway. So as we wait for Sarah hopefully to come on, we were talking about Hebrew. So Hebrew, and it's spelled as, I'm gonna write down how that fragrance is spelled, Hebrew. There. That's the one. And the creator for this one, Amanda Bedo, she's from actually from my county. So I've sent it to Instagram, Sarah. I've sent it to Instagram to uh, House of Sarah Baker. I've sent it. Tell me if you've got it. Anyway, so as we wait for Sarah, fingers crossed, to come on, Hebrew. So this is inspired by nights in the city, somewhere still hot at night, at midnight, and it's a vivid, vibrant opening. With a mouth-watering burst of citrus, Hebrew unfolds, giving center stage to the amber with a honeydew, resinous vanilla, and labdanum dry down. So it captures the atmosphere of being excited and dancing in the city, singing, laughing, spilling syrupy cocktails, sashaying under red neon lamps, flickering in the deep purple skyline. And all these fragrances have got a painting that comes with them. And the painting that comes with Hebrew, I wish I could find it. But what I'm going to do is I may just pop on a bit later and show you. But if I could, I would show you this. I'm trying to look up the painting that comes with it. So come on. And this is, come on, it won't, come on. This is how the painting looks like. Just, no, that's no use because you won't see anything. But I've shared them before, and I will reshare them on my Instagram, or I'll post a picture on here in the community section. So, yeah. I don't know, Sarah, have you, I don't know, did you get the invite or not? I've sent it, it's there. Okay, so hope she can come on. Moving along, as for the Avenoir Perfumery, I did sample these before and I've been trying to get through them. But like I said, I'm a bit behind. But the prerogative that I got is a lovely vanilla, quite, it's really, where is it? Let's spray a bit. I'm going to have to go in somewhere here. Look at that spray, you guys. Look at that. Gorgeous. This is nice. And this has about it the naturalness, and this is something you would get. You can smell that naturalness in natural fragrances as you would do in the Hebrew as well. It's that naturalness about them. So lovely, gorgeous, vanilla, leathery fragrance. Right. Oh, yes, Sarah has managed to get on at last. Right. Oh, no, she's disappeared. Oops. She's disappeared. I'm sure she's going to come back. Anyway, so prerogative, this is a really lovely patchouli, black pepper. So it's quite dense and it's really perfect for this time of the year. It's a winter fragrance without a doubt. It's very dense. It's very rich. So if you like that kind of resonance fragrances, Sarah, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Very dense. Yes, I can hear you. I'm gonna have to adjust this way. That's better. There you are.
Hi.
Good evening. How are you?
It's really strange. It's doing some. Hi.
Good evening. It's
really strange. It's doing some.
I can actually hear myself from your.
It's not. I don't think it's working.
Behind. I can actually hear myself from your. We're gonna have to try that again. Oh, what luck! We're gonna have to try maybe to rejoin and see how it works out. So, yeah, let's wait for her to come back and we can try again. Strength. Oh, I don't know. these lives, and unfortunately these sort of things with technology do happen. Nothing much we can do about it, and let's hope it will work this time. Speaking of which, what winter fragrances are everyone wearing? Because it's gotten quite cold. We had like 3 degrees in the morning today, and to be honest, it felt like -1. So what's everyone's winter go to? Wow, this is nice, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm smelling the Hebrew really nice. Right. These aside for now, let's put on something. What shall we try? Let's start off with. Where's I went on YouTube live and there's a weird delay. Shall we try again, Sarah? Hopefully it works this time. Second time luck. Let's try. Right, so let's see if it will work this time. Oh, Sarah, I think why Sarah, before I add you on, I think why you may be hearing yourself is if your YouTube is open. So if you've got your YouTube screen open, you're gonna have to turn it off and just to log in through the link. Otherwise, we will be hearing the echo. I think that may be it. If yeah, let's try.
Hi.
Hello.
That's better.
It is. Yes. It worked.
Yay. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to be like on live.
Thank
I
you
have
so
a cold,
much.
so I'm a little bit like I've been sort of chilling all day, not looking like I'm ready for my close up or anything. But so you kind of surprised me a little bit by inviting me live. But I wanted to join you because
Sorry to put you on the spot, but
that's
thank you
okay.
so much. How are you doing? Because I know it's election day, and I tried turning on the TV. That was the only thing that was on, and I thought I'm not going to really stress myself because I'm already
Yeah.
thinking about the lockdown. So that's enough bad news as it is. So how are you feeling?
Well, a little really disconcerting about how close it is.
Yeah.
So I guess we just have to be patient. It's not over. So it might go on for another few days, to be honest. I
Oh
think
my
it will.
God. I think that's why I switched off, because seeing how close it is, it's like, do I really want to know? Somehow I just wish we could just turn off and just wake up, it's a new day and it's all over.
Yeah.
Wish. Anyway, congratulations on your new releases. So in your new line,
Thank
there's
you.
5 fragrances. And I noticed 2 of them you did yourself, and I believe those are your official releases, so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And them and Fortune, I've sampled that one. I tried it and I felt very nice. I haven't tried a whole lot of them yet because I just have so many things to go through. And if I'm sampling samples, like I said before, I don't want to waste them when I know I'm not going to actually be paying attention to what's going on. I want to sample and hear everything, what I'm getting from the fragrance, etc. So I did leave them for when I actually had time to take sample them. I'm hearing myself. I'm going to turn down the volume if that helps.
Oh, maybe it's also mine. It could be mine as well.
Is that better?
Why don't I also, I'll try putting my headphones on. I think that might help. I bet that would help, actually.
I think so. Oh, yes. I think it is better.
But actually, Miya, I only have a few minutes because I'm watching my son tonight.
All right.
So I might have to go. You know how it is. He may suddenly need me.
Oh,
it's likely. Okay, can
It's
you hear
so
me?
lovely that you. Anyway, a quick rundown through the collection, if you will, or the release, if you will. We won't hold you for too long.
So, which one should we start with?
Let's start. Let's go into the names, so we can start F, and then we can go to this. So, permanent fortune.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so this one, this is one of the first ones. Yeah, obviously the first one of my first release. It is my first release. This one in G clef. Um, and yeah, it's a little like I'm a little nervous about having released my own fragrances because, um, you have this. Well, I have like a imposter syndrome, which is basically like, you when you especially when you're self-taught, you tend to think that you're just like invading, the master perfumer space, like, and I'm not trying to be a master perfumer at all whatsoever. It's just more of like a necessity of wanting to have this kind of fragrance in the collection. I've been working a lot on my own perfumes over the years, and so I just kind of thought it was nice to finally present something. And I feel like it's kind of a long haul because this is a fragrance that actually is inspired by a artwork that I made. So I wanted it to be like a book, art exhibition, all of these kinds of things, and it was so kind of big, the project, that through the lockdown I had already created the perfume. I'd wanted to actually release this whole line at Essence, but it was going to be tight, but I was going to try to release this new line for Essence. But so finally, I did kind of get it together during the lockdown, and I wanted the whole line to be kind of light and fresh, like in the tradition of cologne, but none of them are eau de cologne. They're all eau de parfum, so they're stronger than eau de cologne, of course, but they're not as kind of heavy hitting as the X-ray collection. Um,
Yes, I did notice that all these ones were all the perform, and I know that your previous releases have all been expressed to perform.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Sarah, I was just saying this. We don't want to have a collection full of heavy hitters, mixed notes all the time. We need a variety, and this is good because then you've got everything in your house where someone can come to your collection and there's something for everyone. So this is a good direction to go. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, that was the reason that we did it, was like, I just have a couple of close people who I work with. Obviously, it's my line, and I kind of, ultimately am creating the whole vision. But I do have a couple of people who I work closely with to help make these decisions. And what we wanted to do was to make something that was, yeah, like a different offering, more accessible, and just not as fussy, just kind of like a little bit easy going. Because I think what became very clear is that I was naturally attracted to like really weird, wild. Not all of them are wild. I mean, obviously in the Straight collection, some of them are really weird and wild, and some of them are like Lace is not weird and wild. Like Lace is, yeah, like Jungle Jezebel.
Very lovely as well. So,
but I mean, but Bascule. I don't know if you smelled Bascule. That's in the Eau de Parfum collection, and so I've been getting a lot of mixed reviews. I mean, I did test it with some close confidants before we released it, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is great. This reminds me of like my childhood. Being around horses is lovely. I'm back to being a little girl again, and this sort of meadowy, and it's fun." And then other people are like, "Whoa, like, barnyard fragrance." And
such reaction. I mean, we all come to love everything the same. So that to happen anyway. And I just noticed as well, Sarah, that this collection is now going to smaller sizes. These are 50 mil, and
The
obviously,
other ones are 50 mil as well. They're both 50 mil, actually.
yes. Oh, that looks. I thought it looked a bit smaller than
They
the
look so different. Isn't that weird? They look,
others.
yeah, but they're both 50 mil.
That's quite a big bottle for it. Do you know what, Sarah? This is actually the first time I'm realizing this is new.
Oh, really?
Yes, because even when I put it next to my other 50 ml bottles, it looks so much bigger. And I've said this before. I think some friends do cheat because sometimes you see a 50 ml bottle and it actually looks like a 30 ml, and then some 50 ml looks like a 100 ml. But yes, so new presentation as well, new packaging. So we've gone away
Yeah.
from the Sun logo and everything around the
The
bottle.
Sun logo is still there on the side, but I think also that was another concern that we had was like, so you notice that it's S. Baker instead of Sarah Baker. So we took the name Sarah off the label, and we made it this kind of longer square bottle to reference male fragrances. I mean, and to also make it easier for men to digest. Whereas, like, I wondered, obviously connoisseurs is one thing, but because they're totally willing to accept any gender, for the most part. But in terms of like accessibility to all, we wanted to present something that wasn't maybe so feminine leaning and something that was maybe a little bit more masculine leaning. So a couple of the fragrances like Symmetry and G-Clef, I think in particular, are more masculine leaning, and that they're all that they all generally have. I think the idea is more of like a appeal to men. I don't know if that's necessarily true, because you do,
No, I
fast.
know.
I don't
There's
know if actually
some
is true.
fragrances naturally their poison is quite heavy, and you would think that is. I would actually wear that.
Which one are you smelling?
I believe I'm saying bakery.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
That
that
is
one is
not.
that one's very easy, very versatile. Like
It's
it's a super easy
very.
fragrance, right?
Yes, as well. Some aquatic notes in there, isn't
Yeah.
it? Something.
It's
Yes.
aquatic, it's lavender. So I
Yeah.
made that fragrance actually for my dad.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so it was something I knew that he would like, and it was something, and he's obviously an older gentleman,
Yes.
and he does like it, and he wears it. But it just, I felt like it had like a easygoing vibe to it. Like it wasn't too challenging, and it was just kind of like a, nice drive in the countryside type of a fragrance. And he's very dapper. He dresses like immaculately. He's always got like the cute little caps and or the hats. He's always wearing some kind of like super beautiful, stylish outfit. So
I
I made
can,
that for him.
I can actually imagine driving down the countryside in an open,
Hmm.
something open roof, Just that's nice. Lovely. Oh wow. I'm looking at the Clementine screen. My son and I are working with crystal fragrances, and my son can't stop smelling jungle the whole ride. Uh,
That's
that's
awesome.
there is something about Jungle Jezebel that children are actually very
Totally.
drawn to, isn't
Totally.
it? I
It's
am
my
not.
son. It's my son's favorite fragrance of the line. I mean, he knows all about Jungle Jezebel. He loves it. He loves
I'm
the way
not.
it smells. He loves the funky bottle. And he's always like talking about banana bubble gum, and
Uh, Thank you. I said I must be not dreams. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good evening. Yeah.
Thank
Oh
you.
wow. Okay, so let's talk about. Did we talk about? Yes, we talked about lemon torture. Let's talk about far from the madding cloud.
Yeah, so that's the one I sent you, and I sent that to you because of your wonderful collection of Miguel fragrances, and I just wanted you to have, you're probably working on the entire collection. There's a
I
lot.
think I will never have the entire collection. I don't think so.
Maybe not.
I think no.
There will still be more and more and more and more and more. He's
Yes,
so
and some
prolific.
get sold out anyway. So, but you
Mm.
never know.
Yeah.
Someone may like to let go of something they have. So who knows?
Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know I have a scent of fail. I think I have a couple of scent of fails. I don't know if I have, I think I have one and two.
I've got
So,
2 and 3,
okay.
so I don't have the first. So
You don't have the first one.
yes,
But yeah, I love this particular fragrance because it smells to me like it reminds me of like a sort of romantic picnic in the countryside. So I feel like it has, again, it's very easy. I feel like it's especially compared to something like Jungle Jezebel. So it's kind of a light, easy fragrance, which I think is a nice um, contrast to what Miguel has done for our X-ray collection. He's such a versatile perfumer. So I really loved the Far From the Madding Crowd, and the name too. I felt like it's a British novel, excuse me, written by Tom Hardy, and it just has this kind of like classical British countryside.
it's nice. Green got some green notes.
So
It's
sorry,
lovely.
I have a cold.
Oh
I have
no.
a cold, and it was like you can imagine when you get a cold these days, you're like, oh my God, what is it? Please tell me it's not COVID.
Don't talk in public.
I know, exactly. So I've just been hiding in my house for like 5 days.
No,
But yeah, I was really sick. I never had a fever. That was the thing. I never got the fever. So I was quite relieved about that. But I was very, very ill. I was like in bed for a couple of days, actually. The cold hit me pretty bad.
oh
Of course, I got
no.
it from my son who goes to
At
school.
school.
So yeah.
Pray I had it. They bring back everything we don't play.
Yes. And hopefully they don't bring back COVID. That's all I care about.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It's just don't get me started about that. I mean,
No.
there have been children in different classes. So can you imagine how worrying it
No.
is?
It
I
must
mean,
be very concerning.
everyone comes home, they are fine. It's the next day, they are fine. Thank God, everyone is fine because it's just worrying. But oh well, what can we do? Right. So we've talked about these to me. Let's talk about Pascal.
Bascule. So that was the one. That's the horse. That's the horsey one. So we did talk a little bit about it. That's made by Ashley Eden Kessler, who did Leopard and Greek Keys for the X-Ray collection. So I would say that is definitely, in my opinion, that is the most challenging. Though some people say Symmetry is the most challenging of the new line, because that's the one that's a very unusual one. It's like oud. It's like a citrusy oud, which is kind of unusual. That's Symmetry. But Bascule is I think, a nice and refined, sophisticated fragrance. And, so Symmetry was made by Christian Carbonell, and that one is, I asked him to make me a oud cologne, and he came up with that. I mean, he came up with several things, but that was the one that we settled on, and it's I really love it. I mean, I kind of am obsessed with it, but again, I've noticed that that's another one that's a little bit more polarizing. Like people kind of have a hard time with it, and then other people really love it. So, I mean, it's early days yet. We've only launched like recently, so I haven't really received an enormous amount of feedback, but so far, I really like how it has that kind of contrast. And I also find it quite addictive. It's one of those ones that you just kind of, I keep going to my wrist to smell it all the time, and it's comforting as well. So, and it has a lot of like the ingredients that a traditional cologne would have, like bergamot and orange blossom, um, and then, but it also on the contrast, it does have that very distinctive oud fragrance that Christian is actually quite very expert perfumer at Ouds, and a lot of he's made a lot of Xerjoff's fragrances and Nishane, and so he does
He
have like
is. So
he's like
quite
got a robust he's got a very robust
he
repertoire
does.
of fragrances that he's made, and
Yeah.
and he actually also produces all of our fragrances. So he has this company called C de la Niche
All
that's
right.
based in Barcelona. And
I didn't realize that's his company. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
that's his company. And C de la Niche is Christian Carbonell. So
Ah,
yes, and
there's something
he's
new.
just wonderful. He's really great. Working with him has been fantastic.
Amazing. Wow. I know because I know Miguel said before, oh, my master is Christian Cabanel. So I thought you got both the master and the apprentice.
Yeah.
I think read. Yeah. Hi,
So
Rosie.
hi, Rosie, and Carolyn was just here too. That is nice to
Yes,
see
Karen just
people.
scheduled evening, and so was Joshua. Thank you guys for joining. So we've gone through all of them, haven't we? I'm looking forward to wearing all of them and see what I like. But this symmetry, I can see what you mean. I will tell you something. When I first heard it, first thing I thought, wow, the quality of this. It did remind me as well of something like, when you walk into Dubai and people have been spraying lots of these different fragrances
Mhm.
and some woods. There's all sorts of things going on in the air.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. That is really nice. So congratulations.
I love it. I'm super proud of that fragrance. I think it's gonna do well, but it's like you just don't know. I have no idea really. No, no idea what's going to do well at all. But I just, I think I love it. So that's hopefully other people will.
I hope other people will, and I wish you well with their collection.
Thank
The
you.
sale of Christmas is coming up, so I hope you will be picking up presents for themselves or for loved ones. And there's something
Yeah.
for everyone in this collection. So people looking for monstrous and beast modes and heavy eaters is here. You want something
Yeah.
like it's all here.
Hmm.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. And I mean that's right. We've got way too many fragrances. We definitely have something for everyone.
You
There's
definitely.
no doubt about that.
Without a doubt. I mean, looking back from the first release from Jungle Jezebel, you've got everything in at large. You've got Les, there's Tartan, you've got Great
Mhm.
Breeze. Moving
Mhm.
along, you've got all these fragrances. So there's
All these
something
ones.
for everyone.
Mhm. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. Hi, Anita. Good evening, Anita. Hi, Anita. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Rosie. Thank you so much for being here. So, yes, Sarah, I'm so sorry I did put you on the spot, but thank you so much
Oh
for.
no, it's okay. I definitely would have made more of a effort on my
Oh,
appearance,
Lord.
but
Yeah,
I was
Sarah even this.
I am quite happy to chat with you. So it's totally cool. But
Thank you.
I should probably go actually because I do have to go put my son to bed now.
Thank you so much for coming on. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. Have a good
Take
evening,
care.
and thank you for inviting me. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Speak soon.
Take
Bye.
care. Have a good evening.
Bye bye.
Bye now. Bye. Hey, Rosie. We'll catch up. Yeah. Yeah, it's here to catch up. So thank you so much, everybody that came on, and appreciate you all. So that was Sarah Baker and talking to us about new collection. So there's 5 fragrances, and if you missed anything, you can always catch up. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Have a good evening. I shall see you soon. I've got things to share with you, but that's for another day. So do take care. Have a good evening. Bye.